Lakshmi Iyer from Kotak Mutual Fund. Also have Dwijendra Srivastava, CIO, Fixed Income at Sundaram Finance joining in. Lakshmi as well as Dwijendra, good morning. Thanks for joining in. Dwijendra, if I could start with you, like my colleague was just highlighting, that mutual funds still have a high exposure of 33% of assets under management when it comes to HFCs and NBFCs. Do you sense a problem in the making? Do you think that this is going to turn out to be a bubble?
I mean, how I will put it is this way. I think most of this has started sometime back, about 3 to 4 months back, and most of the NBFCs, which they are already conscious about the fact that this is hitting them, and if you look at the recent numbers, a big fall in their businesses has happened. So they are basically conserving liquidity on their balance sheet. So the guys or the NBFCs who would have a little bit of a problem would be if it continues, this situation continues, would be who have done wholesale lending. So the underlying liquidity on their portfolios is not there. So this is where we think that this should not snowball into contagion, and this is well contained. I think most of the authorities are quite aware about the situation, and I think that even at the end, I mean, we don't think, short answer would be, we don't think this will be a very big issue right now.
Lakshmi, in general, mutual funds have been a big lender to the debt market. We've seen that most of the NBFCs are getting funded via the mutual fund route. Is there reluctance amongst the MF community? Are they analyzing and over-analyzing the mutual fund exposure to NBFCs?
So firstly, if you look at the breakup of the mutual fund industry of the 23 odd lakh crore, 50% of that is in debt mutual funds. So intuitively that money has to go into corporate lending in the form of NCDs. Second is that there is a regulatory limit as to how much you can lend to a particular sector. In this case, if you look at the pecking order of the borrowing, it is usually the, and if I exclude the sovereign debt right now, it is predominantly the NBFC sector and followed by the corporate sector, and to some extent the public financial institutions that end up borrowing in the market by virtue of the size of the balance sheet they operate in. So therefore it is little surprise that you find the overwhelming portion within the sector limit being utilized for the NBFC and HFC sector. So I don't think one needs to overanalyze this, subject to the fact you are doing your enough due diligence while initiating investments into these entities, and more importantly keeping into mind the risk profiling of a particular scheme, which ranges from lower end of liquid fund say to the higher end of maybe a long duration bond fund, which is the new SEBI categorization as we speak.
No one thought that IL&FS could have challenges because it was a quasi-government entity. SL Group has been one of the most respected and foremost group in terms of wealth creation for minority shareholders. They've run into trouble. What is going on?
No, your observation is bang on. My sense is that if you look at the human anatomy, a person who is fat doesn't mean that he is not fit. And likewise, a person who looks very lean need not mean that he is bereft of any disease. So my sense is, if I just extend this analogy to the markets, there will be, when you are in the business of lending or whether you are in the business of fiduciary management of monies, there will be some small pitfalls that might come your way, but that does not render the entire piece redundant, or that does not imply that you can extrapolate this to the broader lending fraternity at large. One needs to deal with these kind of situations. Yes, there have been some cases which have been, I would say, out of the, the unknown sort of a risk, but those require immediate redressal and remedial measures need to be formed. And I think out of that will be born a risk management structure which will tend to be more robust. So I think that is the way we look at it, rather than, rendering the entire piece, a tad, saying that it's a bit too high, or I wouldn't really call it that way.
Dwijender, is the exposure more towards debt funds or equity funds in what we are seeing with the numbers unfold?
Can you clarify on that?
Essentially,
Exposure of what? NBFCs you're saying?
That's right, because the overall exposure is significant to mutual funds, but I just wanted a clarification on where is the exposure more heightened, debt or equity?
So I think it's a question which should be addressed from a lending perspective. The lending perspective of a debt guy is entirely different from a lending perspective of an equity guy. Equity guy is last in the pecking order, and debt guy is looking for cash flows. So typically, I think as Lakshmi pointed out, the entire gamut of funds which are deployed on the debt side, most of it money is lying in the shorter end of the scheme. So we will be seeing more exposure towards the commercial papers, etc. While on the NCD side also there is exposure. But having said that, there is a robust risk management system at the mutual fund end, and they are already conscious about the fact. And I think overall, if you look at it, the exposures have come down slightly from the levels which were there, and it is basically due to the fact that this industry is being already being looked at with quite a bit of caution. But as there is regulatory limit, and beyond that regulatory limit we cannot go, and that is what we are sticking to as an industry.
So Jim, do you expect though any significant measures coming in by the government? Friday you've got the budget announcement as well. Do you think anything would come around the lines of helping boost liquidity, or from the RBI in its 7th February meet?
I mean, I don't see anything. I mean, we are not, I mean, at our end at least, what we can see, none of the NBFCs is seeking funds in a major way from the mutual funds. There are NBFCs who are there, and I think I do not see why this is being touted as a crisis per se. I mean, we can find isolated incidents, but I think that will be independent of the industry per se. I think this had hit about 4 months back, but I think from there on the condition is much better than what it used to be.
Dwijender as well as Lakshmi, thanks very much for joining us.
And moreover, I think the authorities are conscious about it.
Yes, indeed they are. Thanks very much, both of you, for joining us with your perspective on this issue.